In Huddle number 8, I outlined the IRS trust fund recovery penalty. To establish trust fund responsibility, the IRS has to prove that the individual in question was aware that the taxes were due and was aware that the taxes were not being paid. That individual must have purposefully or willfully ignored federal tax law. If someone takes money set aside for payment of employees' income taxes and uses it for any other purpose, that's a clear sign of willfulness. If a company has not been paying its trust fund taxes, the IRS starts investigating to figure out who is responsible. As part of that process, the IRS requests multiple documents and a lot of information from both the company and the company's bank. That includes bank signature cards, bank statements, and canceled checks. The IRS wants to see who's paying the bills, who controls the money, and where the money is going. When the IRS hones in on potentially responsible parties, the IRS will request an in-person trust fund interview with each of those people. If the IRS determines that the person it interviewed was both willful and responsible, it will assess the amount that was withheld from the employee's paychecks during that time to that person. If the assessments occurred before the person worked at the company, she will not be assessed for those unpaid taxes. She can only be assessed for unpaid taxes during the time she was actually working for the company. One thing to keep in mind is that if you are assessed trust fund, it is not additional tax that is being assessed. Rather, it is a portion of the existing tax already owed by the business. The IRS is seeking an additional pocket to collect from to pay the outstanding business tax due more quickly. If an assessed individual decides to pay her entire assessed trust fund tax immediately, what she owes personally will be fully paid, and her payment will also be simultaneously applied to the business's overall tax balance. If you're experiencing trust fund issues, you can schedule a free and confidential consultation with me at taxhuddlewithmichael.com. Thank you for joining me today. See you at the next huddle.